to discuss one editorial from the yesterday's newspaper. Since being locked down, I'm not able to use my team for creating a video. So this is a screen recorder only. So it'll be very useful. Please follow this. So as far as civil service concerned, as you know that there is a editorials are important. So I have taken an editorial in Hindu dated 23rd March 2020. Not an unfettered right, sovereignty is subject to constraints. Okay, so this is in line with that UN High Commissioner on Human Rights. They have filed a petition in the Supreme Court. So regarding that, so we'll see the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, Michelle Bachelet, filed an application seeking to intervene as amicus curiae. Okay. What is amicus curiae? Write down amicus curiae means a friend. Write down in notebook. Means a friend of a court. Okay, friend of a court. They are not party of any. They are not party of the case. They are not. They are not a petitioner. They are not supporting anybody. But they are saying that we are a friend of the court to help the friend to help the court to arrive to a conclusion. So that is what they. So amicus curiae. They are saying they are not saying that they are against or they are supporting the CAA. Litigation the Supreme Court against the Citizen Amendment Act of 2019. So in this case they are saying that we will be amicus curiae. Amicus curiae means they will be the friend of the court. That the case has attracted the attention of International Human Rights Agency is a matter of concern for the Indian government. So this petition they have filed is not a great news for India. It is a diplomatic failure. Write down this. It is a diplomatic failure for India. It is a matter of concern for Indian government. So write down in notebook. It is a diplomatic failure and the great concern for Indian government. On the other hand, the intervention may enable Supreme Court to read in public international law principles in determining the constitutionality of CAA. That means CAA is whether constitutionally correct or not. It depends upon the international law also. Okay, and that Supreme Court has to verify. Ultimately, this would assist in laying down the law on the concepts of sovereignty. Underline the word and write down in your notebook sovereignty. Sovereignty means it is an unquestionable authority of India over India. That means nobody is controlling India from outside. Nobody is controlling India from outside. India is on its own, independently we take decision. Okay, so that is why they are saying that coming of Human Rights Commission to India is affecting our sovereignty. We can decide what is good or bad for us. In addition to the determining the obligation of the nation state to the international community at large. So one angle you are seeing that it is India is a sovereign country, so they can decide whatever they want. On the other hand, India is also party of many conventions in the international, so India is also obliged to obey those conventions. A president means something which has happened already, or if the president means this will set a president means this will going to be a certain example for future. Okay, so this is the first time the UN Commission has come to Indian court. Okay, an application is based on the belief that a High Commissioner's interventions will provide the courts with an overview on the international human rights norms and standards with respect to the state's obligation to provide international protection to the persons at risk of persecution in their countries of origin. Okay, so they have expertise. Okay, so they have a standards, rights, they have got norms, so that will help us to arrive to a conclusion. This application stands out for a number of reasons. First, this is a voluntary application. Write down this. UN has nobody has invited the UN to come to India. They have voluntarily come, so the petition is voluntary. Second, she accepts that India is a state party and signatory of various international conventions, including this is what you have to write. Write down in your notebook. International Convention or Convent on Civil and Political Right and International Convent on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights. In this too, India is a party. That means India is a signatory. India has ratified it. India has to accept this guidelines. International Convent on Civil and Political Right and International Convent on Economic, Social and Cultural Right. So this two is what they are saying. Okay, which contain important non-discrimination clause. Okay, in this they are saying there is a non-discrimination clause, including on the grounds of religion. So we cannot discriminate based anybody on the basis of religion. Okay, so in that India has a signatory. It is India is obliged under international law to ensure that migrants in its territory or under its jurisdictions receive equal and non-discriminatory treatment regardless of their legal status or the documentation they possess. Okay, so anybody who is in India, okay, either they have a documentation, either they don't have document, all to be treated in a non-discriminatory manner. That is what the clause says in the international. So this also you have to write in your notebook. In response, the external ministry argued that no foreign country has any locus standi. Write down that. No foreign party has a locus standi. Locus standi means what is your connection? Okay, what is your connection with this law? For example, habeas corpus, you might have heard about habeas corpus. So habeas corpus, when you are filing, you should have a locus standi. You should be a relative of the person who is missing. Okay, so locus standi means what is your connection? Are you related with this? Okay, so India is saying that the international party, that means the UNHRC, is not a locus, having not locus standi. That means they don't have any connection whatsoever in this. On the issues pertaining to India's sovereignty. So India's sovereignty, we can do whatever we want. Who are you to come and file a petition? The High Commission has filed similar amicus curiae brief on issues of public importance before in a range of international and national judicial fora. However, this intervention, if permitted, would serve as a precedent for number of future application. It would also provide opportunity for, so if it is accepted, if it is Supreme Court is saying yes, okay, you come and show me, tell me, let me know your expertise, I am accepting you as an amicus curiae, then this will be the precedent for all the future in India. So whenever anything happens, then they will say that we have already came in that case we have you have accepted, so accepted this in the future cases also. So this may set up a precedent. At the same time, Supreme Court also has an opportunity to lay down the law on whether such applications interfere with the national sovereignty. Okay, once they can allow, at the same time they can also verify whether anybody can come like this and it will affect our sovereignty or not. Sovereignty as responsibility. International Court of Justice Judge James Crawford defines sovereignty as, among other things, the capacity to exercise to the exclusion of other states, state functions or related to the territory, and includes the capacity to make binding commitments under the international law. The states that such sovereignty exercisable by the governmental institutions established within the state. So basically he's saying that there should not be any exclusion. Sovereignty means you should protect everybody within your territory. The preamble of the constitution lays out the position wherein the people of India have resolved to constitute India into republic, into a sovereign, and not just for one authority, such as courts, that is judiciary, government, executive, elected legislature are equally sovereign authority. So everybody is sovereign on their domain. Further, no one can claim sovereignty exclusively. That means I am the only authority. Okay. Then very important, note down this. Okay, is an exam point of view, very important. Article 51C says that Constitution directs the India to foster respect to the international. We should give respect to the international law. Okay, that means is it having an obligation on India? That is not clear, but we should respect the international law. It is mentioned in 51A. In 51, that is under directive principle of state policy, not under A, within bracket C. That means the international peace we are promoting. According to the International Commission on Intervention and State Sovereignty, national political authorities are responsible to the citizens internally and international community through the UN. Therefore, it is a triad to say that an authority's right to sovereignty is not unfettered. That means you cannot say that I am having a sovereignty, so you cannot enter. Okay. So author says that sovereignty is not unfettered. That means we can enter even in the sovereign country. Who can enter? International community. Okay, it is subject to the constraints including the responsibility to protect its citizenry and a larger internal community. Furthermore, Article 14 extends right to equality to all persons, which is wider than the definition of citizen. Okay, Article 14 is applicable to citizen, non-citizens, to everybody. So that cannot be discriminated. Then, even illegal immigrants shall consequently be treated by the government in the manner that ensures equal protection of Indian laws. It is hoped that Supreme Court will conclude that intervention is necessary as the court would benefit from the High Commission's expertise in the public international laws principles. So author says that Supreme Court will accept them. They will use their expertise in the this in this case. Okay, but my personal opinion is that that is not possible. Supreme Court may reject it. Okay, they say that we have our own no human rights, no our own history is there. Okay, we have our own record of being a good country. So they may not accept. That is my personal opinion. Okay, but author is saying they should accept it. Okay, so again I'm saying because of the lockdown I'm not able to bring my crew for creating the videos. That is why delay also. So I thought I'll do a my own in-house this editorial discussion, and hope you find it. Any difficulties you please let me know. Okay, or call me. My number is 999 and we have given an offer now, being a lockdown, 90% discount we are giving on all the online courses till the exam. The validity will be there. Make use of it. Thank you very much. Bye bye. See you in the next current affairs.